Hi, my name is Alex O'Neill. I play the character of Charles Johnson in the upcoming Chittagong feature film, which is releasing on the 12th of October. I'm very excited that this film is finally coming to theaters because it's a very important film. Not only was it a very interesting film to make, because we spent a lot of time in the jungles of northwest Bengal recreating the zeitgeist that surrounded the 1930s uprising that actually began the revolt against the British. But it's also a very important film because it shows the beginning. How did the revolution really start? And it's kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum from Gandhi's work, which was the non-violent uprising. This was a very violent uprising. In fact, I played the character against whom the uprising takes place. But it's no less important because it's a different non-Gandhian approach. This was a group of school children led by their school teacher who go on to defeat, in their area of Chittagong, go on to defeat the reigning imperial power of that 100 years, or actually I think the British were the imperial power that kind of owned the globe for a number of hundreds of years. So for a number of school children to have accomplished such a massive feat, and only about 50 of them, against the strongest power in the world, is a story that needed to be told. And being an American, another former British colony, it's very close to my heart because this film kind of tells the story of how these children in this place had a revolt similar to the American Revolution. In the United States, we didn't have a non-violent revolution. We had a very violent revolution. We had a revolutionary war against the British. And this is kind of the beginning of the direction that could have gone in. Thankfully, for the sake of many, many lives, the Gandhian perspective prevailed, and non-violence actually led to independence. But a lot of those that were involved in this revolution, rather this uprising, went on to be key players in the revolution to come. So it's a very important film. I think all of us here are very proud of the film. Despite the fact that it wasn't made with a massive, massive budget, a lot of very influential, very important folks have rallied support for the film, and they've made its theatrical release possible. And I'm very, very, very excited to see it in a theater and to hear what you guys have to think about it.